What's good, y'all? It is D. Marie back for another episode of It's Just D. Marie. It's really good to see y'all again. Figuratively, I suppose. It's good to be back. Round of applause for the return. Listen, that last semester tried to take me out. Tried to really kill you, girl. So thank you for your patience with releasing new episodes. I appreciate that. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for being interested in what little old me has to say about the world and about life and about my experiences in it. And I just appreciate you guys for hanging out and for being part of the tribe and all of the things. So thank you so much for that. Today we're going to talk about something a little bit light, but then also like a little tragic. Like, this is so like not stupid, but you guys know me. I think probably a little too much. I'm very much a thinker. I'm always in my head. And I realized that I had some very odd limitations, and I still do have some very odd limitations and limiting beliefs and ways that I think about the world that just absolutely just doesn't even make sense. And it was the most obscure observation. So I'll tell you guys what happened. So my homegirl, Theresa, one of the absolute favorite people in my entire world. We've been friends for like almost 20 years now. It's absurd to even be able to say that out loud, but it's just true. So she got turned on to this peanut butter, y'all. I should pause the podcast and go get it out the garbage so you can see what. Listen, the peanut butter is so damn good, it just doesn't make any sense, right? So she had this peanut butter. She was like, oh my God, you got to try this. So she goes and gets me a jar of this peanut butter, 4 green apples, and a box of club crackers. Cause that's my homie. Cause she's amazing like that. Like, she's like, no, you don't, like, I can't just get you the one thing. You don't need just the main character. You need the side pieces too. So she brings me this peanut butter, right? And the crackers and the apples, and she brought club crackers. Now, I have to tell y'all that I love club crackers like on another level. Like, I'm a little afraid to buy them because I'll just sit down and eat like a whole like box of club crackers like that. Like, they're so good. Like, the perfect combination of like, I say like a lot. The perfect combination of salty, buttery, crunchy, not too crunchy, right? Still a little soft, but not gonna get soggy. Like, club. What? Do you even need to top it? Like, but you can. And the flavor is not so overpowering that it's gonna throw off whatever you put with it, right? Like, it's the perfect cracker. Sorry, saltines, don't measure up. Ritz, very buttery. I'm here for it. Don't get me wrong, sometimes. But like, to just sit down and eat a whole roll of Ritz crackers, no, I wouldn't do that. They're not my favorite. They're good, but they're not like, I just wouldn't. No, thank you. I'm gonna pass. But club crackers, on the other hand, it's a problem. So she brings the peanut butter and the apples and the club crackers. And I realized that I never buy myself club crackers. Never. I don't think in my entire life, I might have never actually purchased a box of club crackers. Now, there may be 2 reasons for this, right? Like, one, I would eat the whole box, like we just discussed. It's a problem, right? And so a lot of times I won't buy food that I really, really love because I'm afraid that I'm going to eat it all, like ice cream. I'm very intentional about how often I buy ice cream and what kind of ice cream I buy, because I already know, like, 1 pint is going to get maybe 3 sessions in my freezer before it's gone. It's a wrap. It's just, and it's like, do I want to do that to my body? Like, am I feeling, did I do enough yoga? Have I worked out enough this week? So it's a rare, exceptional moment when I have club crackers in the house, and it's ridiculous. I ask myself why, because I like to ask myself at least like 3 whys. I think 3 whys will actually get you to the root of the issue. A lot of times we ask ourselves why and we come up with some fluffy ass answer that's only partially true. And then we ask why about that why. And then you start getting the more truth. And then you ask why about that why, and that is some deep shit. So I did this with the Clubhouse crackers. D, why don't you ever buy yourself club crackers? Well, the truth of the matter was, I felt like they were a little bit of a luxury item. Like, I felt like they were a little more expensive than I really needed. Am I even going to eat the crackers like that? Are they going to go stale? I'm big about not liking to waste food. And so if I feel like I'm not going to eat all of it before it goes bad, I'm not even going to try. Right? And I mean, like, club crackers are not individually wrapped, right? But they come in a roll just like Ritz do. And so it's so silly. Like, it was such a silly, minor thing that I loved so much. And I just didn't buy them because they were like more expensive than necessary. And they're not even expensive. Like, I go to Whole Foods and buy cases of water and won't buy club crackers. How ridiculous. It was just, for some reason, one of those things that is on my list, my mental list of like, well, you probably shouldn't do that, have that, get that, go there, do the thing because you have credit cards that you need to pay down, or you're going to have student loans when you get out of school, or right. I always feel like there's this margin of adulting that I have to do before I can do fun things with my money. And I just realized like how, like, it started with club crackers, right? But then when you take it and you say, why, that's so weird. Why would I do that? Why wouldn't I do that? Right? And then you extrapolate that and look at how I'm living life. There's so many things in my life that I haven't done because I felt like I wasn't like in the right position to do them for some reason. Like, I wasn't stable enough. I wasn't, I don't know, out of debt enough. I don't know. It's dumb because then then I'm constantly living for the day when. The day when I pay off the credit cards, the day when I'm debt free, the day when I rehab the other house, the day when I get the plumbing done or get the electrical done, the day when then I'll be able to, and I talk about people who do that. Like, you guys know me. I'm the one like, you can't put off, things until tomorrow. What if you die? What if you never make it? Like, you don't want to live your life looking forward and putting off your happiness. I believe all of that. And yet I do it with the dumbest, simplest shit, like club crackers. And then I realized I do it with so much more stuff. Club crackers are so it's stupid and it's small. Right? But there's so many more. I didn't have a mop bucket for the longest time. Dumb shit. It's dumb. I didn't have a mop bucket for the longest time. I had this little 5-gallon pail. I would clean out the aquarium. I used to have a fish tank. And I would clean out the fish tank. And now I don't have the fish tank anymore. So I was like, well, I'll just use the 5-gallon pail and then walk around my house like I was doing construction while I was mopping the floor. Like, what? It's weird. Why don't I have a fucking mop bucket? I'm 43. What? Dumb shit. I realized I do it with, it's the stay on food. Fruit. Nuts. Absolutely nuts. Like plums, peaches, nectarines, have never purchased a mango. Right? Because I'm like, oh, what if I don't like it? I'm going to waste it. Am I going to eat it? Is it going to go bad before I eat it? Strawberries. I just started buying blueberries and raspberries, put in my yogurt or my oatmeal. And then I feel validated, right? Because I know I'm going to eat it. Because I like those things. So, okay, now I can make the purchase because it's not going to be a waste of money or energy. Right? I mean, that plant had to grow. Somebody put a lot of energy into watering it, the sunlight, right, that it takes to grow it. Like I really think about these things. Seriously, it's probably a problem. I think about all of the effort that nature put into putting food on my plate, and I want to honor that. So I'm so overly conscious about the things that I buy. It's particularly food. So overly conscious about it. I deprive myself a lot. It's dumb. It's so nuts. But I didn't realize I was doing it. Also with self-care stuff. I do not get regular manicures and pedicures or facials. So speaking of facials, one of my best friends in the entire world is an amazing esthetician. She does permanent makeup, brows, facials, all type of things. If you got a face issue and you need to get it together, check out Crystal Baldazzo. She is at Salon Lofts in Orland Park. Just Google Salon Lofts in Orland Park. You'll find Crystal Baldazzo. And if you need to get that face in order, honey, she is the one. She is the one. But mani-pedis, never been a regular getting a mani-pedi person. I always felt like it was, again, one of those luxuries that's like, am I really going to spend $50 on this? Am I really going to spend $70 on this? For a facial, it's like, am I really going to spend $100, $150 on this? Am I really, is it really that serious? And let me tell you something, self-care is absolutely that serious. It absolutely is. Especially if you got a significant other. And especially if you don't, let me tell you something. Nobody wants to see crusty toes. No one. When your heel is so rough, it's scratching it's snagging the sheet, that it's enough. Go get those crusty ass feet taken care of. That is not okay. It's not okay. And I really think that, I know that these are all carryovers from growing up in a lower income neighborhood, a lower income city, growing up in a home, where I felt like self-care was a luxury. And just believing that money is scarce. And that, if I waste $1 on a peach, how irresponsible of me, shame on me. Or going to get a manicure where I'm just gonna, my cuticles are gonna grow back. What's the point? My toes are gonna get crusty again. What's the point? And shame, shame on me for it. It's not my fault that the concepts, right, that we absorb as children, it's not your fault. And I'm not even saying my parents did this to me or anything like that. I'm just saying somehow in my subconscious, it felt like these things were luxuries that I needed to be better secured, be in a better position or place in my life or my finances to be able to afford. That's bullshit. You mean to tell me I don't deserve club crackers and manicures? What? That's nuts. Even saying it out loud right now is nuts because I didn't realize how I've been depriving myself a mop bucket, crackers, a manicure. Are you kidding me? Peaches? Of course I fucking deserve these things. Like, of course I do. Are you kidding me? But there's like mental blocks, just beliefs that we've been given that have been handed down to us. And we pick them up as children because it's easier to code the world that way, right? It's easier to say, oh, mom said don't touch that because it's hot. So I'm not going to touch it because it's hot. And I don't even need to walk down that road by myself. I'm going to trust that she has a shortcut, right? But then we do that with other things like money. If somebody says, well, what car do you want when you grow up? And, and I say something like Maserati. And they say, a Maserati, ooh, that's expensive. You better work really hard. I don't know, you're going to have to spend a lot of time at work to be able to afford a Maserati. Well, why would you speak that over my life? I don't believe that time equals money. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I think that money is an energy that flows where it's supposed to, when it's supposed to, just like every other form of energy, just like light or sound. That's what I believe about money. You don't have to work hard for money. I've worked in corporations. I have seen what the higher ups do. They don't fucking work hard. You know who is working hard? The people on the ground level, their employees, the people who are customer facing. They're the people who are working hard, and they are not the people making all the money, honey. They're not. So I don't know. I don't believe that you have to work hard for money. I don't believe that it takes a lot of time and effort to be wealthy. I don't believe that. I think it takes the right combination of things, a stroke of luck, a lot of opportunity, right? Putting yourself in the right position, knowing the right people, being personable, having a good network, being ready to take an opportunity when it presents itself. But I don't think you got to work hard. Everybody knows a mechanic that has no teeth because he can't afford dental insurance. You ain't gonna find a harder working man than a mechanic. That's some gritty, hard work. So if it holds true that you have to work hard to make a lot of money, wouldn't it hold true that the people who are poor do nothing? That you know that not to be true. So it's absurd to believe that money is hard to come by. That hasn't bared true in my entire adult life. Especially as a barber, like people put money in my hands all day, every day. Literally. Not all day. You know what I mean? I mean, we have slow times too, but it's just absurd that I would take that type of scarcity mentality upon myself when I actually don't believe it, but I've been living it. What else dumb shit? I went to Family Dollar and bought myself like one of those little $20 speakers thinking it was going to do something. Let me tell you something about me, okay? If I'm going to hear music, I want to hear it like an orchestra is playing it. That $20 speaker don't do it. It doesn't do it. Does not do it. I don't know why I thought that. But what I do know is that I felt like I shouldn't spend money on a good speaker. Like one of the booms, the JLs or JRL, whatever the fuck. No, it's a JL. The boom, y'all know what I'm talking about. The good ones that sound like the people are in your house having a concert. I feel like for some reason that's a luxury I shouldn't get myself. It's crazy to say out loud. It sounds ridiculous. Acoustic panels from my studio. I made where I'm recording right now is my second bedroom in my house. I made like a studio space in my second bedroom. And I happen to know of this recording studio that was abandoned a while back. And I was like, man, I should just break in and steal the acoustic panels off of the wall. Really? So I'd rather catch a trespassing charge than to go to Amazon and order some acoustic panels. Even if I order them 10, 20 at a time. Like what What is the? It's sad. And I know I'm not the only one who does this. Y'all can't tell me I am. You're not gonna, not today. So what I want is when I drop this episode and we're talking about the dumb limitations that we put on ourselves, the false luxuries that we have decided, right? That like, oh, I can do this thing, but I shouldn't do that thing. I can buy this thing, but I shouldn't buy that thing. That's so, I don't know. What are the ridiculous false luxuries that you have assigned yourself? What are they? I want to know. There was a time when I didn't buy myself earrings because I wasn't sure if I was going to gauge up again or not. I have gauges, and I just wasn't sure if I was going to go up another size. So I had one pair of earrings for like 2 or 3 years. One pair. 3 years. That's absurd. And then I got like a 24 pack for $27 off of Amazon. Like, what was I doing? What was I waiting for? So I'm taking a pledge, y'all, that I am going to do the things now. I'm not going to be irresponsible, right? But I deserve club crackers. I deserve peaches, plums, nectarines, manis petties. I deserve mop buckets. I do. And that's the mantra going forward. I do believe it. And I don't believe that money is hard to come by. I don't think that it's going to take me forever to make that money back. I think it's going to just show up because it always has. So I want to know, what are the false luxuries that you have sold yourself on? Or have you even been able to identify some? I want you to right now sit down and think about something that you have wanted for a very long time, no matter how major or minor. Actually, the more minor, the better. And say, why haven't I done that thing yet? And then you're going to come up with a reason. Well, I don't have the money. Well, why don't you have the money? Why do you think that buying Starbucks every day is more appropriate, or Dunkin', right? Whatever. Why do you think that is more appropriate than making your coffee at home and setting aside $4 a day towards that vacation that you've been wanting to go on forever? Why do you think it's more appropriate for me to buy, grass-fed steak, right? Because I want to make steak tacos and I don't really want all the hormones and the GMOs. No, thank you. I'll pass. And bad vibes. Just saying. So why do I believe it's okay to spend $30 on a steak, but don't want to spend $30 to get a manicure? Why? Where did that come from? Because I'm going to tell you right now, if you're like me, and odds are you are, right? Because we're just human walking through this experience together. If you're like me, odds are that thought wasn't placed, you didn't place that thought in your own brain. That probably happened to you. Someone probably did that to you. And it's not your thought, and you do deserve it, and you should have it, and it's okay. It's okay for you to treat yourself. You know what else? I have been wanting to ride a jet ski for years. And just always felt like to rent a jet ski, like, was just such a extravagance. Like, am I worth it? Now, am I worth, renting a jet ski for $200 a day or something like that? But like, I don't know. I think that there's this level of like, I could do so many other things with it. Not that I don't necessarily deserve it, but I could do so many other things with that money. And it feels like a luxury, like an extravagance. That's the best way to say it. To do something like that for myself. And it shouldn't, y'all. Because we only got one life to live. And we have to live it every single day. When am I going to eat the peaches if I don't eat them right now? When am I going to ride the jet ski? If I don't do it right now, what are we waiting for? Every day, we are at this perfect intersection of being as young as we will ever be and as wise as we have ever been. Every moment, we toe the line between youth and age, and inexperience and experience. And I'll never be younger than I am right now, today. So what am I waiting for? No one knows how much longer we have to enjoy the peaches, right? To enjoy the cherries, to get the mani, to get the petty, to not carry a 5-gallon bucket around my house. Roll that mop bucket the same way you roll that beautiful bean footage. I'm just playing, y'all. All right. In the vein of our conversation today, we're going to play another song by Chris and Teeb. We have played Chris and Teeb before. I don't know if you're familiar with them or not, but you should be if you listen to this. So Chris and Teeb, this one is called I Deserve It. Because you know what? The mop bucket, the club crackers, the mani petties, I do deserve it. You're right. Thanks, Chris and Teeb.
Great wealth flowing to me now. I deserve it, I'm the best. I deserve it, I'm the greatest. I deserve it, I'm the best. I deserve it, I'm amazing. Great wealth flowing to me now. How to sound, I'm grateful. Great wealth flowing to me now. How to sound, I'm grateful. I deserve it, I'm the best. I deserve it, I'm the greatest. I deserve it, I'm the best. I deserve it, I'm amazing. Great wealth flowing to me now. How to sound, I'm grateful. Great wealth flowing to me now. How to sound, I'm grateful. I deserve it. Great wealth flowing to me now. I deserve it. Great wealth flowing to me now. I deserve it. Today I'm prepared to be the best. I deserve it. Today I'm prepared to be the best. I deserve it. Great wealth flowing to me now. I'm amazing. I deserve it. Great wealth flowing to me now. I'm amazing. I deserve it. Today I'm prepared to be the best. I deserve it. Today I'm prepared to be the best. I deserve it. I'm the best. I deserve it. I'm the greatest. I deserve it. I'm the best. I deserve it. I'm amazing. Great wealth flowing to me now. How to sound, I'm grateful. Great wealth flowing to me now. How to sound, I'm grateful. I deserve it, I'm the best. I deserve it, I'm the greatest. I deserve it, I'm the best. I deserve it, I'm amazing. Great wealth flowing to me now. How to sound, I'm grateful. Great wealth flowing to me now. How to sound, I'm grateful. I deserve it, I'm the best. I deserve it, I'm the greatest. I deserve it, I'm the best. I deserve it, I'm amazing. Great wealth flowing to me now. How to sound, I'm grateful. Great wealth flowing to me now. How to sound, I'm grateful. I deserve it, I'm the best. I deserve it, I'm the greatest. I deserve it, I'm the best. I deserve it, I'm amazing. Great wealth flowing to me now. How to sound, I'm grateful. Great wealth flowing to me now. How to sound, I'm grateful. I deserve it, I'm the best. I deserve it, I'm the greatest. I deserve it, I'm the best. I deserve it, I'm amazing. Great wealth flowing to me now. How to sound, I'm grateful. Great wealth flowing to me now. How to sound, I'm grateful.
Listen, I appreciate you guys tuning in for another episode of It's Just D Marie. Thank you so much for hanging with me. You guys already know. Follow me on all the socials at just_D_Marie. Jump on Threads. I don't have enough people on there, so check me out on Threads as well. I will be asking you guys and following up, what is your false luxury item? And if you ask yourself the deep why, under the why aren't you taking care of yourself and getting yourself these luxury items? I love to know. I know I'm not the only one out here with this poverty mentality creeping up on me all the time. All right, y'all. I appreciate you so much for tuning in. What else? Don't forget to follow the Right Foot playlist on Spotify if you are into the music that I play on this show. If you want some good positivity nuggets directly to your text, to your phone, feel free to sign up for the Positivity Push. 773-923-1980 is where you can do that. Just text hashtag pause push to 773-923-1980. And when I get the inkling, I send you some good vibes in a text message. That's it. That's my time. I appreciate y'all for hanging out. Yeah, let's do it again sometime soon, okay? I'll see y'all next Monday.